learned to count my worth in the weight I could carry, in the things I could fix, in the burdens I'd bury. Every "I need you" sounded like I'm loved, so I gave away pieces and called it enough. I wore every promise like a suit made of gold, but nobody noticed it was heavy to hold. I smiled through the moments my heart needed rest, thinking exhaustion was proof I was blessed. I never asked what love would take, I only asked what more I could give. I never saw the price I paid for the life I was told I should live. Love came expensively, with a cost I couldn't see. I paid with my dreams, paid with my peace, paid with the parts that belong to me. I called it devotion, I called it loyalty, but somewhere along the way I lost my identity. Love came expensively, and I'm still learning what it cost me. I became the answer before anyone asked, the steady foundation, the shadow of the past. I carried the memories, carried the pain, held up the house through the wind and the rain. They said I was strong because I never failed, but strength without freedom is another kind of hell. A heart can be faithful and still become tired. A soul can be loyal and still lose its fire. Maybe love was never meant to be a chain. Maybe sacrifice was never meant to erase my name. Maybe giving doesn't mean I disappear. Maybe I was worthy before I was needed here. Love came expensively, but I finally see the greatest thing I gave away was the person I used to be. I can honor the love that helped me survive without giving away the rest of my life. Love came expensively, but I'm learning I was worth the price too. I paid in silence, I paid in years. I smiled through heartbreak, swallowed my tears, built every bridge with my own two hands, till I forgot where I was supposed to stand. Every thank you came another loan. Every burden whisper, carry it alone. I wore responsibility like a second skin, never noticing what it was costing within. I thought love would multiply. The more of me I gave away, but somewhere in the sacrifice, I became the one who had to pay the price of love. Left me in debt, paying on promises I never should have kept. I gave my tomorrows to rescue yesterday, and watched my own future slowly fade away. The price of love left me in debt, with dreams still waiting to be met. I called it faithfulness, I called it care, but I was disappearing while everybody else was spared. I became the answer before they asked the question. A life built on duty became my only direction. So busy keeping everybody standing tall, I never heard my own heart call. How do you measure the years you don't get back, or the roads you never walked because you stayed on someone else's track? I was rich in devotion, poor in peace, praying the weight would someday cease. Love shouldn't leave a soul bankrupt. Grace shouldn't require a life undone. Maybe the greatest gift I can finally give is believing my life has only just begun. The price of love left me in debt, but I'm done paying with the pieces I've got left. I'll honor the past without becoming its prisoner. Release what isn't mine to carry anymore. The price of love left me in debt, but today I stop borrowing against tomorrow. No more interest on my life, no more payments with my soul. I'm finally learning freedom is worth investing in. I remember your hands building a life out of nothing. Every dream that you buried, every road you stopped running. You gave me your tomorrow so I could find my way. And I spent my whole life trying to settle a debt I could never repay. I carried every sacrifice like a promise I had made, a vow nobody spoke aloud, but somehow I still obeyed. And I know you love me, I know you gave your all, but somewhere in your saving me, I forgot I had a call to become the man you raised me to be, to find my own way home, to love you as my mother, not as the reason I can't go. So I'm loving you from a distance, not because I love you less, but because I need room to breathe and learn who I am outside of this. I'll carry all the memories, I'll honor what you've done, but I can't spend my whole life repaying where I'm from. I'm still your son, that will never change, but I have a life waiting, and I'm not afraid to love you from a distance, with a heart that has been free, because love was never meant to be a chain around me. I know you chose the sacrifice, I know you chose my name, but I was never meant to be the reason you stayed the same. Your dreams were yours to follow, your choice is yours to make, and I can't carry a future that was never mine to take. I don't want resentment to be the thing I hold. I want gratitude beside me as I finally let go. Maybe the greatest gift you ever gave to me was teaching me to stand tall and trusting I could be free. You raised a man with wings, so why would you ask me to stay? The child you fought to protect was always meant to fly away. So I'm loving you from a distance, with a love that finally knows I can stand beside you without losing my soul. I'll be there when I can be there, I love you all my days, but I won't disappear inside the sacrifices that you made. I'm still your son, I'm still your child, but I'm also someone who deserves a life. So I'll love you from a distance, not with guilt, not with fear, but with the kind of love that lets us both be here. No more unspoken vows, no more borrowed dreams. I can love you completely and still choose me.